Internet sensation and Korean pop star Psy, teen star Carly Rae Jepsen, and fashion and music icon Kesha. All three of these names come to mind when kids are asked what music they like. It seems more and more that kids and young adults are listening to idols such as these and steering away from more classical perspective music, like waltzes on the accordion? That's right, there is a small but growing community of musicians who are steering back towards the roots of where music came from. For example, this young man, Christopher Gordon of Rhode Island, or me, Daniel Pavlonsky of Needham, Massachusetts. Both of us found our love for music of an older age. I was inspired since I was very young. Having parents from Eastern Europe, I found myself surrounded by traditional Russian songs. Even my grandfather pitched in. And with the introduction of the accordion, my interest was solidified thanks to Dr. Emilian Badea. I was curious to how Dr. Emilian Badea began his musical career. He told me, my father was a musician. He observed my interest and aptitudes for music, and at age 5 he bought me my first harmonica. At age 12, my father bought me a 32 octave accordion, and he taught me as little as he knew to play accordion, drums, and trumpet. At 14, he sent me to the music school, where I studied bassoon and piano. Then the conservatory, where I focused mostly on bassoon. And upon graduation, I performed with Romanian National Symphony Orchestra while being a professor at the George Institute Musical School in Bucharest. Dr. Badea also added that the transition to the US was difficult in ways to discover himself in the first 2 years, but he was admitted to the master's degree at BU on a full scholarship, and there graduated. He was also admitted to the doctoral program as Dean Scholar and graduated with a Doctoral of Musical Arts degree. I found Dr. Badea's history fascinating, and I wondered why more children these days aren't being educated in the classic styles of music. Today's music is derived from those classic ways, so why not be educated? I asked Dr. Badea about what he thought about music education in the US. Dr. Badea told me that no humans should go through life without at least a bit of music education in order to appreciate and enjoy the real beauties of musical emotions. Music, in all its forms, has accompanied humans from the earliest time on Earth. Mathematics, physics, philosophy, biology, etc. all appeal to the mind and to the brain. Of course, we need all those, but we need something for our souls as well, in order to create a perfect balance between mind and soul. Therefore, music has its role and place in our life. To sum it up even better, think about the fact that there are only 9 numbers and a 0, and we end up on the moon with the evolution of science. By the same token, there are only 7 notes. The 8th one is repeated. And how much music has been created, whether written or not, over the past 20 plus centuries or so. I would not trade the music I enjoy performing, teaching, and listening for a touchable, cold, and empty material world. Music caresses and touches that what is unseeable and untouchable. Even doctors could only touch your internal organs, but not your soul. Music is for the soul. Only music can touch it. No one can see it. Each of us can only feel it in ourselves. Life would be impossible without music. Dr. Emilian was absolutely right, and after further thinking I realized maybe kids don't have to learn the classic music styles that I enjoy so much. After all, to each his own. With that I came to the conclusion that Psy, Carly Rae Jepsen, and all the hundreds of other modern musicians are doing a great job of educating kids in music as the classic musicians. Either way, I would like to still see more teens learning about where their music came from. To sum up all the thoughts, music is what you make of it. As Dr. Badea explained, every human is different, and as long as kids are immersed in music, there are souls being touched. And that made me very happy because I was very nervous that kids and teens alike were not into the quote-unquote right kind of music.
Oppan Gangnam Style.